Are you looking for the best smartwatches? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best smartwatches on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Apple Watch Series 7. The Apple Watch is the best smartwatch money can buy. It has the best operating system, watchOS, which is slick with plenty of apps to help reduce the number of times you need to pull out your phone. The new Series 7, 8 out of 10, Wired recommends, has a larger and brighter screen, faster charging, improved resistance to water and dust, and the ability to automatically detect when you've hopped on a bike so it can properly log that activity. The bigger screen means you can use a full-screen keyboard for swipe typing short messages. The health features haven't changed much since the last version. There's a sensor to measure oxygen saturation in the blood, SpO2, helpful for athletes training at altitude or if you have an underlying health condition, and the FDA-cleared electrocardiogram sensor. Unfortunately, battery life is still mediocre. You'll need to charge it in the evening, before you go to bed, if you want to track your sleep, especially if you use the watch to track a workout during the day. At number 2. Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. Samsung's Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic, 7 out of 10, Wired recommends, are the first to use Google's Wear OS 3 instead of the company's homegrown Tizen operating system. This brings broader app support, making it one of the best options if you have an Android smartphone. Third-party apps are still trickling in since Samsung switched to Wear OS, but expect more on the way. Samsung managed to retain nearly the same interface and many features from its previous smartwatches, including a bright OLED screen, easy ways to respond to messages, smooth performance, and accurate health and fitness tracking, heart rate and SpO2. Unfortunately, the electrocardiogram and blood pressure monitoring features work only if you have a Samsung phone. The latter isn't available in the US yet. Battery life is lackluster, with the smaller models lasting just a day. If your wrist can manage it, I recommend sizing up to get the more capable battery. The classic version of the watch is made of stainless steel instead of aluminum, and it has a mechanical rotating bezel around the screen for navigating the interface. It's nice, but not worth the upcharge. At number 3. Withings ScanWatch. Withings ScanWatch, August 10th, Wired recommends, has nearly all the same functions as Garmin's Vivimove Sport heart rate and sleep tracking, basic notifications, but it goes further with its FDA clearance for the blood oxygen and electrocardiogram measurements. The latter can be helpful to detect atrial fibrillation and irregular heartbeats, though you should always consult your physician if you're concerned about the results. This minimalist watch can go a whole month between charges. Who doesn't love that? The face is covered by sapphire glass, and the case is stainless steel, so it's durable and feels well built. What gives away its smart sensibilities is the OLED display, which is also one of the ScanWatch's biggest downsides. This screen is tiny. You'll be reading texts like the news ticker in Times Square, New York. It's better for quickly glancing at the date, heart rate, step count, and such. At number 4. Mobvoi Ticwatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. Mobvoi has been churning out smartwatches running Google's Wear OS platform for years, and the latest Ticwatch Pro 3 Ultra shows this level of refinement. It doesn't have Google's newest Wear OS 3 version, but it is slated to get it sometime this year. Nevertheless, it does all the things I need. Scrolling through the interface is very smooth, with speedy app launches. I get timely notifications I can respond to or dismiss, and it does a surprisingly great job of tracking the most important health metrics, like SpO2, step count, 24/7 heart rate monitoring, and sleep. It's a bulky watch, so it's not for all wrists. Also, the design is a bit ordinary. I recommend swapping the 22mm strap for something more exciting. What makes this watch special is the dual-layer screen. Tap it and you'll be treated to a wonderful AMOLED, but when the screen goes into standby mode, it'll switch to a monochrome LCD panel that merely sips battery juice. That makes this one of the few full-featured smartwatches that can comfortably last 2 full days on a charge. Even if it dies, it switches on an essential mode that shows the time, heart rate, sleep tracking data, and step count, and this mode can last much longer. You'll rarely have a completely dead watch with nothing on the screen.